Alright everybody, second update on the Angelfish tank here for the day. So far, I should say. Who knows how many we're going to have by the end of the day. It's about dinner time now, about 6 o'clock, and I've made several more changes to the tank today since my update this morning. So in the video this morning, I was talking about how the fuzzy growth on the side of this angelfish here could be a fungal infection. I'm assuming that it is the columnaris bacteria that we've been talking about, but it could be a fungal infection. So I decided, let's treat for a fungal infection. So I've got some Pimafix, and I did a little bit of research, and I could not find anything that contraindicated use in combination with the Maricin 2, which is an antibiotic that I'm using currently. I just wanted to make sure they weren't going to have any bad interaction or suck all the oxygen out of the tank, or who knows. But I couldn't find anything whatsoever that contraindicated the use of those two medications together. And apparently Pimafix is nothing really more than like tea tree oil or something like that. It's some kind of extract of some kind of tea tree or bay tree or something. It smells wonderful. It's almost like an aromatherapy kind of smell. It sort of picks you up and makes you feel a little energized. And the whole room smells like it now because it's in this tank. I started treating with it this morning under the assumption that I was not going to have any issues between the Pimafix and the Maricin 2. So within a couple of hours, I noticed almost all of the fish in the tank were hovering near the surface like they were gasping for air. And that is an indication of possibly several different things. It could be that there's low oxygen levels in the water and the fish are trying to get up near the surface where the gas exchange happens. That's where you're going to find your most oxygen-rich water. And actually, let me zoom back in over here so we don't have all those bubbles in the video. It plays merry hell on the stabilizing software trying to get it to do that when all those bubbles are flowing like that. Too many little points to try to keep track of at once. At any rate, low oxygen in the water could be a cause for fish to be doing that. But another cause could be gill damage. If the gills aren't exchanging gas efficiently enough, effectively the fish feels like it's suffocating, and like anybody that feels like they're suffocating, they're going to go to where they feel like they can get some fresh air. And for the fish, that the equivalent of some fresh air is very close to the surface where you've got the highest concentration of dissolved oxygen. So I had alarm bells starting to go off when I saw almost all the fish in the tank, and that includes the vast majority of these Serpae tetras. There was only one or two left down in the water column. The rest of them were all hovering right near the surface. All my angelfish were hovering near the surface. The angelfish were practically sticking their lips out of the water. And even my cherry barb in this tank was up near the surface, and she never does that. I never see her swimming up around near the surface. In fact, there she is now. She's down, way low down in the water column where you would expect to find her. So that got me nervous. And just to be on the safe side, I went ahead and I put that air stone in there right in front of that big power head, so we've got maximum dispersion of the bubbles and circulation and everything else. So I've maximized my gas exchange in this tank, and hopefully whatever issues was causing those fish to feel like they were gasping for air, it seems like it's gone away. It's only been about an hour since I put the air stone in the tank, and everybody has gone back to being down in the water column and swimming around fairly normally. The fuzz on the side of this angelfish is still there. Let's see if we can get far enough around to actually see it. So you can kind of make out a little bit of the fuzz on the side of the fish there. So I'm still not sure what to do. We're doing the Pimafix and we're doing the Maricin 2. Hopefully one or the other will start having an impact here in the very near future. One thing I am going to do here, let's see if we can zoom in right now and get a better look at that. So that gives you an idea of what it looks like right now. Still, it does not look good at all. You can even see like the red blood vessels underneath the skin, all in the area around it. It definitely looks bad. So hopefully between the Pimafix and the Marison 2, we'll get on top of whatever it is. I do have the tank salted with about a teaspoon per gallon. So even if the salt doesn't help, even if it's, say, a bacterial infection where a fungal infection where the salt won't really have much of an impact, it's still going to help the fish deal with the stress that it's undergoing right now by being ill and having some sort of growth on its body. So I think what we're going to do later this evening, just because I'm starting to get a little concerned here, is we're going to catch this fish. Angelfish are not difficult to catch. We're going to remove this fish. I'm going to give it a bath. And I don't know if I'm going to give it an Epsom salts bath or not. I'm definitely going to give it at least a little bit of a salt bath. At the very least, it's going to be some sodium chloride. And we're going to take a cotton swab, and we're going to use some hydrogen peroxide, and I'm going to dab and wipe directly onto that fuzzy spot and attempt to kill and sterilize as much of the surface as possible. And then we're going to reintroduce the fish back into the tank once it's been treated. And if necessary, I'll have to do that every day or so. As long as I see that fuzz coming back, I'll continue to treat it physically with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. I've said before, hydrogen peroxide is really, really handy stuff to have around your aquarium if you know what you're doing with it. So that's not going to be this video. Make sure you're subscribed. That will be coming up very soon. As I said, later tonight I'll be doing that. If not, it'll be tomorrow that I'll be doing that. And I will make sure I strap on the head cam and shoot some video while I'm doing that procedure. So whatever happens, good, bad, or indifferent, at least I'll get it on video and we can see how that all turns out. So again, make sure you're subscribed and you won't miss any of that. Don't forget, this one is my Angelfish tank. Stay tuned for plenty of updates. I will keep you abreast of what's going on as the situation develops. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you real soon in the next one.